Guys, Shenmue 3 has me all kinds of messed up.
Yeah, but you can't talk about it. You're not allowed.
No, I am allowed. I know we're going to talk about it on the podcast, and so I don't want to say too much about it now.
No.
Although, there is a plot thing that is fucking blowing my mind and just changing everything about Shenmue. Do you guys want to know what it is?
Yes.
Brian, you ready?
Yeah.
No, seriously, like, this is really fucked up.
Okay.
Like, actually genuinely fucking crazy.
I have mentally prepared myself.
Neve, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is really, like, insane.
Okay.
I think there might be a third mirror.
That's pretty cool.
No, like...
No.
Whoa, holy shit!
Why is there 3 mirrors? Why? Dragon Mirror, Phoenix Mirror, what's the third one?
I don't know.
Earth
Second
mirror?
Phoenix mirror.
That's just another thing to find. Yu Suzuki really has a lot of faith in how long he'll live for. He's old.
I think he has a lot of faith in how long all of us will live for.
Yeah. Like 40% at the end of Shenmue 3 is ridiculous. Like he got Shenmue 3 med basically from like, I don't know, the seat of his pants. Like that should not have happened. Like he was so lucky and he was still like, yeah, 40%. Not even 50.
Yeah, just being a complete chance.
These go inside the lines, eh?
Beautiful.
We're inside that sweet, sweet margin.
Yeah, that was impressive. I didn't think you were going to be able to do that.
I've gotten good at this forklifting. And by good, I mean, passive. Get out of the way.
Competence. So, we have an email.
We do indeed.
It's askletsfightaboss@gmail.com.
Let's ask us for the boss.com.
By the way,
Patreon.com/shut
yeah, this is a video game podcast most of the time. If you're watching us,
I don't know what we are anymore. I
you
haven't
guys-
known for a long time, honestly.
If you guys are watching us do a Let's Play and you've no idea like that we do a podcast, like
Oh, the podcast is so much better than the Let's Play.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
yeah,
It would be really shocking to me if this was someone's first
There's
introduction to
one.
us.
Like, I guarantee you there's one.
and he's like, oh my god, and it's like, I know, right? But I found we have a spam folder, and we get some weird stuff in that spam folder. So we got here from Kellogg's. If you want some Kellogg's Family Rewards.
Oh, cool.
yeah.
We got. I love fake spam names.
I didn't get to put it down.
Oh, I bet that really hurts.
Fuck. We got one here from Aiden Lightborn, and it's the truth,
Good job.
and it's just
Here's today's pay.
Benjamin Christian.
Do you want to read any of these questions? Are any of them questions?
Thanks.
Or is it just all spam?
You
Is it all
made
spam?
son.
Some of
So
them I
starting
don't
tomorrow,
know if they're
you'll
questions
get
or
a
not
50
because
raise.
it's like
That'll
Google
be
thinks it's
400
spam
yen
because
per
it's
crate.
written in a funny way. And I'm so sorry if you're a human being who's listening to us,
Keep up
but
the
like
good work.
you wrote it like a robot wrote
Yes,
it.
thank you very much.
All right. So I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this is real or not. It's from Emmett, and it says, and this is in our spam folder. So Emmett, you're lucky. Today we're reading it. Change this motherfucker up. Top 3 movies of the year for each of you. Also, any new music speaking to you? Thanks.
That's not spam. And it's
not
just
spam.
cool.
Yeah, let's answer that question after I asked John a question. What do I do? What am I doing? Work is finished.
Well, I would say the
Good idea.
broader answer is that you want to just experience life. Just
Oh wait, I'm going to Warehouse 17.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But there's a Warehouse 17 that way and the other way.
Well, this one has the Mad Angels sign on it, and he said at the back of the warehouses. So I presume it's this one that I had a poke around last time on my forklift when I couldn't dump that box.
Okay, 3 movies I like this year. I really enjoyed Toy Story 4. I really enjoyed... Oh man, look at Mark.
Oh no, Mark.
I really enjoyed Parasite.
I'm sorry, Brian. No one fucking cares.
Yeah,
Shenmue
we-
story is happening.
Parasite's way better than Shenmue.
No, it's not.
I'm your
It is.
If you look at the Metacritic, Shenmue has a way higher rating than
Poor
Parasite.
Mark gets his ass kicked a lot.
These guys' pants are fucking class.
They're good, aren't they?
Holy I'd love to dress like them. I think I could dress like those guys.
You could totally dress like those guys. You have some outfits that are not unlike that.
Yeah.
Fucking take that.
I'm gonna get some more camo pants, like camo tracksuit bottoms in the Black Friday sales.
I find camo a difficult line to walk because I bought camo shorts before and I put them on and I was like, fucking no way.
Shorts maybe a little hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think like if you're going green camo, it's a little harder. But if you go for a colored camo,
This was like blue camo, but it's
Okay.
still. I still looked like someone who posts to r/men's rights. But then, like, I see, like, you've seen like Brian's joggers, Brian's like tracksuit, like they're his lounge pants. They don't look like that at all. Like, they just look cool.
I was wearing them to work the other day and I was getting the bus afterwards and these like 12-year-olds walked by me on their scooters and they were like, "Your fucking pants are cool, man." And I was like, "Thanks, kid." And then he was like, "See, David, his pants are cool."
Well, they are. The kid's right.
Yeah, right, David.
You've pressed forward and punch. There you go, pit blow. That's a good move.
how can I do something like dope, like my fallen angel bullshit or something? Oh, there we go.
Well,
Uh-oh.
you go to a parking lot and you train and you learn the moves you want to learn. That's right.
The third movie I liked this year was The Good Boys. That was very good. Do you guys have movies you like?
Yeah, I'd say my favorite movies this year were probably. The favorite was out this year in Ireland, but last year everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really
But
good
the
movie.
favorite was great. I really liked Midsummer, and
Yeah.
I loved Booksmart as well. That was a really good coming-of-age girl movie.
Yes.
Well, for me, it's the only movie I've seen this year, The Joker.
We won't forget.
I think you mean Joker 2019.
Joker 2019, yeah. Man, we had a lot of people messaging me and explaining to me why I didn't like The Joker.
Well, there you
And
go.
that sure was a trip.
Yeah.
Because, like, you didn't explain it properly
Careful.
I guess
on the
not.
podcast.
I think, John, maybe you didn't get it.
Do you know, that's it.
There's a lot of
I'm
layers.
too fucking stupid to get that movie.
So, looking
Yeah,
for your
there you go,
brother.
guys. You're smarter than Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hope you're
like, they
happy.
probably are. I don't want to...
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was...
now,
I don't
it's
know.
probably at the bottom
I've never had that reaction, because I've talked shit about popular stuff before on the
Mad
podcast.
Angels.
Actually,
Why would the Mad Angels kill your brother?
It appears he may have leaked some important information.
His brother did?
yep.
Is that why they...
Wow. That was a really good
yeah.
shot.
At least as far as I could tell, only one person was killed.
So you're not sure?
Was the guy who heard the information killed, or my brother, the one who leaked it?
That's a tricky one.
Oh yeah, deal.
Have you seen your brother? Maybe that would
The
answer it.
information was about a black market deal with some
Chinese cartel.
A Chinese cartel?
That's a really good shot.
Yes.
Human.
Like, it's crazy how, like, well modeled bits and pieces of this game are, and you don't get to see them up close except for certain shots.
This game looks great. Like, honestly, like, even compared to some other games I've played this year, it looks pretty good.
This
Still.
game.
Yeah. Like, I think it's drab and sad looking, but, like, the models are pretty nice.
Are you, like, trying to lure me into some attack from whence you can strike?
I
No.
respect the attention to detail
Yeah.
in certain aspects of this game.
Okay, imagine this in 1999.
Yeah, I'm sure this blew people's minds.
Yeah, I'm sure 12-year-old John, whatever age you were, you just shat your pants when you fucking turned on your Dreamcast and played
I
this.
actually think I did shit my pants when I was 12. I was visiting my mom in hospital.
And you were just like, "Hey, mom, I know you're sick, but here's a mess."
I went to the car park. I was walking from the car park, and I don't know what happened, but yeah, it just happens.
Cool.
That's the only time I ever shit my. Oh no, actually no, it's not.
I always do it when I go to the fun fair because I like fun fairs, but I'm scared of roller coasters.
Oh my god.
And
Okay,
I
wait.
just get
Let's go
scared.
to
Yeah, we're-
Warehouse 18.
How about Neve? How about you, Neve?
I've never pooped my pants,
You walk
surprisingly.
off. You
yeah,
will.
Neve, you're among friends. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's okay. It's okay.
literally not once.
It's
I went
okay.
to bed when I was like 15 once.
Oh, yeah, I've like went
Only
to
time I
bed
ever went
a
to bed
bunch,
my
but
entire
like,
life.
but like, pooped. No.
How many times do you shit your pants, Brian? Like in like, you know, post child state.
Oh, I've lost count.
Oh my god.
Because for me it's twice. It's a solid 2. A number 2.
Thanks to the person in the comments that pointed out that this doesn't say EE0. It's a Japanese character that means exit. So thank you for that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
learned something new.
Yeah,
Thank you for that. And don't be so fucking uppity.
Yeah. Oh wait.
because we were reading it horizontally when we should have been reading
Yeah.
it vertically. Yes.
But the Joker. Yeah. Yeah.
So the second time you shit your
Okay.
pants is when you saw the Joker.
Totally, yeah. I was like, this movie's so good! But, yeah, it was a weird thing with that because, like, I've disliked popular stuff on the podcast before, obviously, but I've never had the thing where, like, so many people, like, multiple people, and some of them were, like, fine, and then some of them were kind of shitty, were, like, explaining to me why I didn't like it. And it's like, no, dude, I just thought the writing was bad.
I don't
Like,
get that.
I didn't think its message was, like, dangerous or especially, like, offensive or anything. I thought parts of it were poorly handled. I just didn't think it was that good a movie, you know what I mean? I don't know why people are so sensitive over that movie.
I think people really, really like it, and when people don't, especially people, they want to hear someone praise it. You know, they want to hear a good opinion on it. It's just like, no,
But,
you're
like,
wrong.
if someone likes it, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, it's actually a bad movie. It's like, oh, cool, like, that's interesting. I wish I could have got more out of it. Yeah, him. But yeah, it's
Hey,
a weird
mister.
one. I think people
it's you,
get a bit
youngin'.
sensitive
You
with that
been
kind of thing,
drinking?
and I don't know why. I think life's a lot easier when you're just like, I like what I like, and that's all that matters.
But it's nuts as well because
That's
Joker,
great.
like, there's
Now
no
then, I
shortage
can
of
show you
praise
how
for
to
that
Yeah,
movie.
people love that movie.
So,
and like even I would say there's really strong aspects about it. Visually, still probably my favorite film I've watched
It's
this
rather
year.
hard to do, so I'll only do it
Have you
once.
seen it?
So pay
no, but the
attention.
favorite came out this year, and that was.
Well,
I just showed you how to slide
And we're
behind
seeing
your opponent.
Premiere very soon.
Once you're
that is,
behind your
uh,
opponent, strike the
That
back
was
of the
a
neck.
little...
Eyes.
Oh,
Oh my god! Oh, he's so ill. Oh my god, his hand.
Neve, you don't let him touch it.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
one fucked up now.
Dude, you're just peeing directly onto it, aren't you, sir?
Sir, what scenario is happening there?
I don't know.
If you
You just want to be respectful to their awful life decisions. Like, I appreciate that I don't appreciate it.
I guess I mastered something.
That it?
Excuse me.
Eh? What is it, youngin?
Do you happen to know
Oh,
where the Mad
no,
Angels
Rio.
hang out?
Why are you looking for them? I hear you've been getting yourself in all
be
sorts
fair,
of
he is.
trouble.
Yep, he is.
I really need to know where they are. If you know, please tell me.
All right, already. Come back here at night.
Why?
Here?
They always gather around here.
So
at
I don't
night.
go home tonight.
At night?
No, we do.
I understand.
We can't find them
Thank
tonight.
you.
Don't go doing
bullshit.
nothing reckless.
So-
you hear?
Thanks for the advice. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, because otherwise we would have wasted time.
Yeah. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop.
Oh, Neve, it's not Mario. You just shut up about Nintendo. So did you guys see the whole
should look
hand
around a
shop
bit more.
firsts new thing that happened?
Oh, Disney Plus.
What's the weird name they use? It's like
I don't know.
Gagaloo or something.
Well, it's Han and it's...
Greedo.
Greedo, yeah. And I've seen one version in which they CGI'd Harrison Ford's head like 10 pixels to the left to avoid the blast. But he doesn't shift his neck, it's just his head on like a weird elastic skin body.
People get so worked up about that stuff, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna weigh in on this debate. Greedo did shoot first, like, chill.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'd
Star
wait.
Wars came out in 1997.
I think it's way funnier if Han shot first. Like, he's like, I'm not in the mood to talk to you,
He
fuck
didn't.
off.
He didn't. If you watch the original 1997 version of Star Wars, you can very clearly fucking see Greedo. Like, I don't get why people are pissed. What's wrong, Ryan?
Like, that because you know how there's that bit in Indiana Jones as well where he's got a whip and this dude comes out with like a fucking sword and starts like flashing his sword and
Oh,
stuff.
that's such a good bit.
And then Harrison Ford, I'm just going to call him Harrison Ford because it's just that's who it is.
Yep.
Just goes, oh, for fuck's sake, and just shoots him with a gun because he's just not in the mood. Like,
So there's an Indiana Jones game for the Super Nintendo, and one of the bosses is that guy, and you literally shoot him once and he dies.
That's pretty good.
It's fucking great, and I think he has an energy bar and everything, but like you just shoot him and it's over in a second.
do you know why he shot him?
Because he wanted him to die.
Because in the production of the movie, Harrison Ford was too tired to do stunts that day, and he suggested to Spielberg, can I just shoot him with a gun on the spot? And Spielberg was like, that's a really, really good idea. And Lucas was like, oh, he did it to you as well. He just wants to shoot a guy and get it done with.
Fair enough.
Have you started The Mandalorian, Neve?
Yes, I have.
I watch it every Saturday morning, and I have a great time.
I enjoy it. It feels more Star Warsy than the new trilogy, to be honest.
For sure.
Like, there's a lot of like open, like wide shots with like weird fucking animals.
Yeah.
On stuff.
It's also like story-wise not what I was expecting, because like within 3 episodes you kind of have the gist of what the show is going to be about.
Yep.
But in all the promotional image stuff, it was just the main guy outside in the desert, either at sunset or sunrise with a big wide shot, and you're like, okay, sure.
It's very much a Western.
Yeah.
A little bit of it makes me go, this is your dad's Star Wars, because it's very dad-centric in a way, because it's very like, we're doing a Western, and the very opening of the first episode has like, I don't know, 5 people die and a guy cut in half.
Yeah. But it's also a very paternal show, which I like.
Yeah. Like, it's about, like, I don't know, dads and their kids.
A lone wolf and a cub against the world.
Yeah, it feels like, you know, that samurai image you see often with the samurai with the cat in his arm and is pointing the sword.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like that, but with a baby Yoda.
Yeah. I love that baby so much.
Is that your favorite character, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good character.
I have a bunch of photos of him saved on my phone.
Here's the thing as well, it feels very video gamey.
Yeah.
Like in the first episode, there's a shootout where people are popping up from roofs and there's literally red barrels around. He doesn't shoot any of them to explode, but then the end boss is when a minigun comes out and then you need to take over the minigun. And I've played that in every Uncharted and every Tomb Raider and every fucking game. Yeah, like it's like it feels like a video. It feels like it could be mapped onto a video game so easily.
Is it Resident Evil 5 where the last quarter of it is you're just fighting militia dudes?
Yeah, it's just Gears of War. And you're just hiding behind cover. And then you fight like Wesker, but he's Neo from the Matrix for some reason.
I really like the boss fight with Jill that game.
That bit's class. I really like Jill in that game. I just think she's really cool all the time, even in that game. Sorry, Neo.
I don't mind Jill in that game, but they did make her look like Nina Williams, which was like,
yeah.
Why? I do like that Wesker fight as well with Jill, because like you just can't touch him and he does this cool like Matrix moves out of the way. Oh my god, get in.
Yeah, he's like existing in his own dimension. It's just you can see him.
And it's just like you're like he goes, you need to survive for 7 minutes, and you do. You just have to run away from him for 7 minutes, and that's the gameplay.
Just because you know the way there is that one bit in Resident Evil 4 where you fight that big dude JJ, and he has like a minigun, and you're like, okay, that's a fun idea to have a zombie with a gun.
Oopsie, I lost my mic.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm running home and going to bed. That was a day of work done. There's Santa.
Merry fucking Christmas, everyone.
Mwah. I hope these specifically come out.
Did you brush off and kiss him?
Yeah, it was a run by kiss, a smooch.
Okay.
It's okay. It was for Santa. If
Santa's okay with it, then...
It's totally fine to kiss Santa. Did you ever
Okay.
like sit on Santa's lap when you were little, Brian?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I didn't piss myself or shit myself, no.
Surprising.
The Santas I saw as a kid always looked real shit. Like,
Yeah.
they just had the shittest, fakest beard. I really like the photo of you, John, with Santa.
Brian.
That's a good photo.
What is this photo? What? Why do you know of his childhood photos, Brian?
One time I went to John's house and I raided the family photo albums.
Of course you did.
And I looked through all the photos, and one was John with Santa, and John's like 2 in it, and he's so fucking happy because he hasn't experienced anything awful in his life yet. And you were like, he really came to the house. And I'm like, yeah, he has your dad's face.
Oh, your dad dressed up as
No,
Santa?
Brian's exaggerating.
Oh.
And do you remember the other one where it was you having the bath with the other kid?
Brian! Why did your... Are you the type of person who goes into someone's house and goes straight beelines to the parents and is like, show me the photo albums?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, to bed.
And like the best thing is when you like flirt with the mom and you're like, are you so-and-so's
You never
sister?
flirted with my mom, Brian.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do. Mother Walsh would not fucking take that for 1 second.
Will I save or sleep?
Both.
I've learned a lesson. Oh, we've gone to our limit. It's 10 slots.
10 whole slots.
Yeah.
What's like a good save slot number?
58. Skyrim.
What? There's 58.
I feel like there's like you can make unlimited slots in Skyrim.
Yeah, I think you can, because I think you could do that in Fallout as well, Fallout 3.
I heard that bikers gather at night near the harbour cafeteria. Is that them? Question mark.
So the plan today is you just work until it's nighttime and then you trigger something?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And maybe there's some hijinks we can get up to at lunch. Maybe feel like that figure collection a little bit. Train some martial arts moves.
Nope, nope, not that one.
No, that's a waste of money.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we don't want to spend any of our money.
No, this is exciting!
So I've got like 5 and 3 as my little prizes. So I need 1, 2, and 4. So I either have to
Do really well or do not as well.
yeah.
You all do your best now. Yeah. Like always, 3 laps.
I can't believe I thought this bit was going to be fun.
Everybody ready?
I can't believe I was led to believe this bit would be fun.
Almost time to go.
I could see this bit being good if you saw it in a video game arcade and it was just a forklift racing game.
Go!
Pass me the TV remote. It's the largest remote with the colored buttons.
This gentleman here.
Thanks.
Is this as fast as they go?
Yep.
Okay. I think I asked this last time.
Fucking god! Oh my god! You just mess up once and you're just done. You're done.
Yep.
Now
What?
I've just fucked myself for the whole race.
I know in the last session my brain kind of went and I asked questions I'd already asked before and received answers for. Do you ever get that? Or you just talk in circles?
Oh yeah, my brain has been fried for a long time. About 10 years.
There's some good noises.
Every morning we have to do this. And this is, Mark lives for it and no one else.
They all live for it. They're all like,
Yeah.
at least we have those forklift races.
Shit, maybe I'll get 4th place at least in this. Oh no, I won't.
I really like when you see like blue collar workers kind of like having,
Racing forklifts.
Yeah, or just like they've got like their Monday manual job, but like they're doing something. Like in town over the weekend, we saw bin men like in a bin lorry, but they had decorated the bin lorry up in like Christmas decorations everywhere, and it was like so brightly lit. And I gave them a thumbs up, and they all gave me like a very like expressive thumbs up back. And like I wouldn't have done it if they hadn't decorated, because like normally you just like don't notice that kind of stuff.
I like when people get Christmassy.
Yeah,
I think we're at the point now where it's okay to get Christmassy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In November.
Yeah. When are you going to put up your Christmas tree?
Probably like mid-December.
Mid-December.
Oh shit.
I see.
No.
Sunday next, because the 1st of December is on a Sunday this year, so we might do it the 1st of December.
That would be too early for me.
I just really, I just want to change the atmosphere a bit.
Fair enough.
You have a full-size Christmas tree in your house, don't you, Brian?
Yeah, we bought it in 2014, and it's done us real good. And then
I think we're going for a full-size one this year.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I'm excited.
the angel we put on our tree is Karu from Evangelion. It's a figure of him holding a cat. And if you've read the Evangelion manga, that cat,
Does just fine.
yeah,
It's all okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Nothing bad happens to the cat. Karu doesn't express some sort of yeah.
I've yet to finish that manga. Because it was going for years
Yeah.
after the anime, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
like
think
decades after the anime.
Do I want to let this guy pass me so I can get the 4th one? Yeah, I'm gonna just do it.
Yeah, you may as well.
Oh fuck, don't let the 4th guy pass me.
I think it finished in like 2015 or 2016.
Good. Or have you finished it?
I only read 1 or 2 volumes that Rebecca gave me because they were the Karu Shinji ones.
Yeah.
And she was like, see, it's not subtext. And I'm like, cool.
Man, you
It's,
really
I mean, it's not really subtext in like the anime either.
No.
But like,
It's like extra in the.
there's a bit in the manga where Shinji's having a panic attack at a sleepover with Karu, and Karu gives him mouth to mouth.
Sick.
Sweet.
And I mean sick in a good way.
Yeah. Like SIQ.
I'm
That
ready.
kind of-
Take this cargo to warehouse number 18. Here's
Warehouse
the route
18.
map.
18, I
Today's
know
code is written on the
18.
map.
I've
No
been to
problem.
18. Wait, is it old
Okay,
18 or
get
new
to it
18?
then.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have an argument to make for the forklifting in Shenmue.
Okay.
We're doing this in a let's play format.
Yeah.
So we gotta stay sharp, we gotta stay entertaining, and we got shit to get through. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you are like, if you're like someone who like doesn't have a whole lot else to do, and you just want a weird life simulator to just melt away into, this was really interesting and satisfying in 1999.
Just as a mundane form of escapism.
Yeah. It kind of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nothing else was doing this back then. You know?
Yeah, because, like, you're not going from A to B in an obvious way.
This is
And
shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not for everyone, that's for sure.
I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how to.
John, are we going the right way?
No. Jesus fucking Christ,
Oh my
no.
god, there's so many. Okay.
Is this shit
whoops.
Neve, or are you shit at it?
Oh, a bit of both. Whoopsie. Whoopsie doodle.
Should we be following the forklifts?
No, they don't do anything useful. Oh, fuck.
Neve, check your map.
Great, John. tell me what this says.
Okay, just follow the sea. So get out of where you are, turn left, follow the sea.
That's really good advice, actually. From someone whose navigation skills aren't the best, that is
Brian,
solid.
I've leveled up my map skills a lot, so I'm good at orientating myself with maps now. I'm just still not good at, like, understanding where I go without maps. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Are we going the right way?
Absolutely not.
We are. We're near 18. This is just some. We're following the sea.
Should we be following the sea from the other side?
No, we're going
Yes.
to 18. Oh, but this is 18 here. Look, it's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
right.
we're okay.
Yeah, okay, follow the map. Neve knows what she's doing. Let's believe in Neve.
Let's not
Believe
Let's
in
not go
Neve.
crazy here.
There
Yeah.
you go, everyone. That's the quote of this episode.
believe in Neve.
Yeah.
And just to let you know, John, there is going to be a Shenmue tax when it comes to the point system at the end of the year.
No, there won't.
Oh, there will be.
No.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think you two are just getting spooked because you know I'm gonna win because I was smart and you guys were dumb.
I'm not dumb. I'm just cool.
It's true.
Look, no one's arguing that. No one's arguing how cool Brian is. But yeah, no, you guys are really fucked for the queenship this year, and I'm not letting a single thing interfere with that.
Are those the crates?
No.
Where are the crates? Are they a different? Where are we going,
I don't know.
John?
No.
John, we need to do. We need to.
No. Let's let her figure it out.
But if we don't hit the quota, we're fucked.
Yep. We'll just have to play another extra day of Shenmue. And I, for one, am fine with that. Because
wait.
this is where I live!
Here they are. It's okay.
Yeah, I keep seeing still a lot of comments from people being like, "All hail Dark Prince," and I don't know what they're trying to like. I don't know what that means, or
They're
like,
just getting on board with the shift to power that's coming. The people can feel it.
But who are they referring to?
Me, I'm the Dark Prince.
You're not.
I am.
You're like Jam or Josh or whatever fucking
I'm
Gerbil.
also those things.
the and like, are people like into that?
Yeah, very.
Okay,
Do they know that it's like bad?
yeah,
It's not bad. It's cool.
like it's got like come on lads, it's a bit silly now to be saying that kind of stuff on the
Yeah.
internet. Like you shouldn't be saying that stuff.
Brian, your team is called the Super Beauty Cuties.
What a great name.
That's class. What's yours called?
The dark giblets.
Yeah.
No, well, you know what? That's all right.
The Dark Prince
I don't mind that at
and
all.
his smelly poos.
No. I'm gonna change my name to the King of Shadows when I win. Then we'll see who's laughing.
The King of Shadows sounds like something like a predator would refer to themselves as. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's what I am. I'm a predator. I'm just one of those people that just goes out into the world and just takes what he wants. A predator.
Look,
I'm like one of those. I'd be like one of those guys. I've never actually watched the show, but I assume that's what it's about. It's a Catch a Predator, where it's like interviewing really successful like business people and sports. That's what that show's about, right?
You know what? Like,
Yeah,
worst
I
thing-
love. You know what? I'm just gonna say it here. One day I will appear on To Catch a Predator.
You know what the worst thing is? When you said successful, like, businessmen and sports people, you weren't wrong.
Yeah, you were not
I know.
Oh my
wrong.
Yeah.
god, people in power, what the fuck are you?
Yeah, Jesus. I love that
was
show. I still love that show.
What's his name? Chris Hansen's the
Chris
host?
Hansen.
But, like, it was called, like,
Did he get
Dateline.
stabbed? What happened in that one?
No, a guy killed himself.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, because it was Dateline with NBC. To Catch a Predator was the full name, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's a great idea for a TV show because it's literally the cruelest thing in the world to people who fucking deserve it. So that's just that's
Yeah.
just perfect. But yeah, I think a guy killed himself. on it.
Yikes.
And I think after a while, people were starting to be like, you know what? This is really fucked up, but like not in a good way.
It's not satisfying
Because
anymore.
I always find it really satisfying.
Okay.
But I think it was just like, oh, this is actually messing with some real crazy shit, and we probably shouldn't be making a TV show out of it.
I feel like we've gotten that to that point with a lot of things. Didn't Maury end this year as well after a guy committed suicide?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It was Jeremy Kyle, the UK one.
Oh, yes.
That was a very vicious show.
It was. That guy, Jeremy Kyle, has no compassion or empathy
No.
for anyone.
Yeah, he was a bit of a robot.
Yes. Maury was... I think he's still going, Maury Povich with the jumpers.
Yeah, is he the American version of?
Yeah, and his show kind of has like this weird like hot dog shine to it, where like you know when you're in like a petrol station and you see the hot dogs in the carousel and it has that like glisten.
Yeah.
His skin was that of a hot dog.
It has that weird, like, Maury sounds like he could give the moral lesson in the last 5 minutes of, like, a children's cartoon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I always remember this one Maury episode that really was like a fucking nightmare, where it was about weird phobias.
Okay.
And there was this woman deathly afraid of balloons,
And now you're not.
right? And so then they bring out, so she's talking for like 2 minutes about how, like, basically how debilitating this fear is and how it's really destroyed her life and her ability to go outside and all this kind of stuff. And next thing, they walk out on stage, a big bunch of balloons. And so, of course, she freaks the fuck out and she runs backstage. And Maury reaches for it and he's like, no, don't go back there. And
There was more balloons?
There was a room filled with balloons.
That's so awful.
Right?
Oh, I can't believe I lost my crate. You can't make you can't make a run in 10 minutes in 10 Shenmue minutes.
It's very frustrating that it's always a different route, so you can't like do muscle memory.
It'd be shit if it was the same route, though. Like, that would be worse.
I know, but it's a shit game anyway. I think it should just it should just commit to the shit.
This bit's really cool.
Oh my god,
Oh,
no, sorry.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, but why did you bring this girl all the way to the docklands just to do this?
How come she's allowed to go whenever she
Here
wants?
we go. Both of you get in closer.
So they already took a photo.
Okay.
Aww.
That's it.
Wow, he
Here
looks so
goes.
happy about it. Oh wait, a smile happened on his
In
face.
fairness, that is how I look in photos.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I actually love this choice. This is genuinely cool, okay? You get to pick one of these photos, and the other one goes with Nozomi.
Oh, so I would like her to have the nicer one, I guess. Oh wait, oh shit, it picked for me because.
Oh, this one.
Okay.
Okay, this one's yours, and this one's Nozomi's.
She gets that one.
She gets the shitty one.
Yep.
They're keepsakes.
What's with her?
She's a bit.
I don't know if that's the good decision or not.
That girl was getting way too involved in other
Oh,
people's
she's
business.
going to Canada. She wants the nicer one.
I took a while to decide, but
Hey, if it's what
If
you
Nozomi showed up in
it's what you
Shenmue 3, I
decide.
would lose my fucking shit.
Yeah.
Or Joy, or Ren, or Chai, any of the guys.
I hope she goes to
course I will.
Canada and gets an undercut and starts smoking
I'll
pot.
always treasure this.
And forgets about Rio.
That'd be pretty cool.
Rio, take care of yours too.
I will.
So I'm several hours into Shenmue 3, and no one has
Come
uttered
back
the
when I'm
words
on
Lanky.
vacation.
Sure.
Cool.
That's what you want.
Come back.
Bye, Venrio.
Oh my god, she's going to Canada and she came to the fucking gross dockland to say goodbye to you. Do something about it.
Nozomi.
How come she gets to leave?
What a pleasant girl.
Look, she made the right choice, and I guess I have the nicer photo of her.
I think it's the canonical photo. I think that's the photo
Okay.
in Shenmue 3.
I need to go to the bathroom because beer has been my poison.
So this is John. Testing. Brian, are you getting me on the microphones?
I can check. Yes, we're getting you on the microphone.
Guys, get ready for some real fucking professional Shenmue play. No baby hour bullshit anymore. This is gonna be the real shit. Okay, Brian, Neve's not here, so you can actually say what you think of Shenmue. Go.
I think it's a frustrating game.
No, Brian, Neve's not here, so you can just let it all out.
I genuinely dislike it.
Okay, Brian, I have a question for you. Why do I like Shenmue?
Because you have a weird, strict moral compass, and you're way too hard on yourself, and you force yourself, and don't allow yourself to accept that bad things are bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just don't think this is a very good game.
No, Brian, you're wrong. It's a fantastic game.
I think it's a technical achievement for its time, but with every second that goes by, it gets worse.
Yu Suzuki is a genius.
Like, we're very fortunate in that this game has not aged in, like, an upsetting way, where it, is...
I don't know, you guys seem pretty upset.
No, like... at the time it wasn't bad that this was in this game. That kind of bad. Like, there's nothing offensive in this game.
Do you know, there is a bunch of shit in Shenmue 3 where I'm like, oh, this was excusable in 1999, but Jesus Christ.
Well, like, is it racist?
Yeah, like what?
No, I mean, like, technical stuff. Like, just baffling storytelling and design choices that I just... Not even I, a crazy person, can understand.
Are there any, like, video games... Oh, I guess video games aren't that old, but are there any video games where it's like a decade or two later and it's like, oh no, that wouldn't fly now?
Oh, tons.
Like most of them.
No, like, not in terms of gameplay, but like in terms of like, like how in animation there's stuff where it's like, yeah, they can't show that anymore.
Oh, I definitely played something recently. What was it? I mean, like the early 2000s, like with all media is like rife with like casual like homophobia and misogyny that like you would not get away with now.
I don't think I played a lot of like over 15s games as a teenager. Because
Really?
It's because of my younger siblings. I was forbidden for playing those games.
Wow.
I played a lot of like early 2000s PC games.
There's some edge in that.
Oh yeah.
I just played a lot of like PlayStation 2 games. I kind of bought what was available, so it was like whatever was there, and some of it was just too racy.
Yeah.
And you had a TV in your room.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed any channels on it though. It was only for gaming.
Okay, that's a fair trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was me as well, actually.
A little 14-inch portable.
It's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. For me, it was like we had the main living room, and then there was kind of like a secondary living room where like all the like toys were, but that's where like the smaller TV was with the video game console hooked up to it. And then like the other living room was never used ever.
You 3 living rooms?
No, like there was
the two.
the first one and the secondary one. The first one was for like company was over.
Yeah, so it was never ever used.
Yeah, the doors were closed all the time.
What's a PlayStation 2 game that you guys played that no one ever talks about?
I see it come up every now and then, but Gregory Horror Show is one,
Yeah.
and Gitaru Man is another.
Yeah, they're both excellent.
Gregory Horror Show, like, have you ever finished that game, Brian?
No.
There's some stuff you got to struggle through with the design of that game. Guitar Man is like genuinely one of the best games ever made. Like, I will fight someone on that.
If someone talks shit about that game, you'll beat
You're
them up.
fucking going down. Swear to God.
I think everyone played it because it was on a lot of demo discs. Dark Cloud.
Oh, I had.
Oh, that was a launch
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So that was like one of 7 games people could buy.
And that game was made by Level 5, who went on then to make Yokai Watch and Fantasy Life.
Shit, I never put together that connection.
And
There was a sequel to Dark Cloud as well. It was like it wasn't
Dark
just
Chronicle.
Yeah, Dark Chronicle. That was great. It had a really
Dark
good
Chronicle
fishing.
was like, that was like, because Dark Cloud was early PS2, and I think it's kind of fucking fascinating because of that. But Dark Chronicle is literally like, they took Dark Cloud and were like, let's just make a great game. Brian, sorry, we cut across you. What were you saying?
No, I just thought it was interesting that like it's a dungeon crawler, but it's also a town building sim, because it's like you wake up one day and everyone in the town has gone missing, and you're rescuing them one by one from the dungeon.
Hell yeah.
And you're like
Back to work.
and you're like setting up everyone back in the town, like, you know, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, that kind of thing, isn't it?
18.
And so it has ideas from, I don't know,
If you ever get curious, Brian, you should play Dark Chronicle, because it's that idea, but like
More.
really expanded upon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really cute visually.
Yeah, oh, it's
Yeah.
gorgeous and lovely character
Yeah,
designs. You can
it was
build a
kind of
mech.
like cell shaded-y, but like
Took like 100 hours to beat.
I also really like the Tomba games, or the Tombi, depending on where you're from, on the original PlayStation. They're great.
I never played
yeah,
them.
I don't even know what that looks
They're
like.
the
It's like
3D.
little dinosaur guy. Like
Yeah.
he's a prehistoric dude.
Yeah, he's like a little. He's got pink hair and shorts,
He looked
and
class.
he looks like the little brother from the Wild Thornberries.
What about you, Nate? Is there any super obscure game?
I don't know if it's obscure, but I haven't heard many people talking about it. But Chaos Legion,
Oh, that game rules!
I love
Yeah.
that game. It was like it was kind of a Final Fantasy VII ripoff. Like the bad guy was basically Sephiroth, and he stepped out of flames in a cutscene just like Sephiroth.
For a long time there, RPGs,
Yeah.
all bad guys were basically Sephiroth.
But you had different legions. You had attack legions, you had defense legions, you had magic legions.
It was kind of tower defensey, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you would call them into battle to like, and you had no control over them, apart from launching them and kind of calling them back. But it was just kind of using them correctly with this kind of really JRPG, but not an RPG plot, like end of the world kind of stuff. It was good. I had a lot of fun with it.
Do you know, there's this old RPG for the Super Nintendo called Behemoth Lagoon, or maybe Bahamut Lagoon. And it's crazy because it's one of those games I just discovered like downloading a bunch of like SNES ROMs back in the day. And to me, this game is like as good as like Secret of Mana, Chrono Cross, like Final
really?
Fantasy VI. Like it's up there with all them. And I've never seen anyone talk about it.
Never
ever.
heard of it. Yeah, because there's ones like Illusion of Gaia is another one that came out late.
Illusion of Gaia is good. I wouldn't put it up there with the rest of them.
Yeah, I really like Secret of Evermore, the one with the boy and the dog, and you travel through time.
Wait, what's Illusion of Gaia then? Because that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I thought that was that.
No,
Is that maybe a localization thing?
Illusion of Gaia is a different name in every region.
Okay, I'm gonna look up Illusion of Gaia.
And there's also another one that never got released. It was like 95% complete, and then like someone found the ROM of it and finished it off as a fan conclusion.
Actually, I did see that book you gave me, the one on Final Fantasy VII. That's the first time I ever saw Behemoth Lagoon mentioned anywhere.
Oh, cool.
I think maybe the director of Final Fantasy VII directed Behemoth Lagoon. If people are curious, go download a ROM of it. Basically, it's like it's a combination between like Final Fantasy Tactics and Pokemon, where each of your warriors has a dragon connected to them, and you can breed the dragons, and they can evolve into other dragons.
That's cool.
And it's fucking great, and its story is genuinely amazing. It's so good because like there's a girl that your character likes in it, and at one point there's like this enemy prince, and he's like really cool and sexy, and you have to save him. And if you save him, he can help turn the story. He can help like turn the war and help you win. But you know what happens? Your girl falls in love with him, and they end up together, and you don't.
Sucks.
Well, you know what? If that's who she loves.
But you see, that's the fucking cool thing. It's like, oh shit, this like RPG love interest has like agency.
Yeah.
You know,
That's cool.
really cool.
I need 2 more crates to get my quota. Will I make it?
fuck up.
Ooh.
Ah, you will.
Yeah. Why am I stuck?
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. I can't reverse.
Oh, I've never actually
Oh, no.
played Illusion of Gaia.
Oh no, I'm stuck. I don't know what has happened, but my forklift... Oh, wait, maybe. It won't let me reverse, but maybe I can do it this way.
Yeah, Secret of Evermore was the one I was thinking of, Brian. You're right.
I love Secret of Evermore. It's got a really, really cool ad. In which there's the bit where like the dog transforms into like the prehistoric kind of like saber dog.
Yeah.
But he like howls and then his skin rips off and underneath is like his new form. But it was like hand drawn.
Cool. I think Secret of Mana is always kind of... I think there's like genuine... I think like Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Cross are both better games.
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger. But Secret of Mana, just the look and atmosphere of that game is fucking just so beautiful. And
those MIDI drums are fucking sweet.
oh my god, like one of the best soundtracks ever, like without doubt.
And I really like how you can warp around and it's like you get fucked in a cannon.
So in the remake, took that cannon animation out.
What's the fucking point?
What's the fucking point?
Oh my god, this is like the worst part of the crate shit is just people in your way.
If you just keep accelerating into him, he'll disappear.
Whoa!
I've consumed you.
If only that happened in real life.
Rio is 10% stronger now.
Yes.
Shadow Hearts, I don't know if any of you have played that.
I never played it, I was always curious.
It's a really fun and dark RPG.
I usually like to get like a PlayStation 2 game around Christmas. Would you say that's a good one?
Yes, if you can pick that up, it's good. It
I'm
has
pretty
like
sure Rage has it.
It has a kind of God, what do you call it when you have to press the button in the right spot, like it going across a bar and you have to click it right.
I know what you're talking about, an active reload kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of an active reload, but like part of the gameplay is that there's a big disc that comes up, and within the disc is your kind of crits. But every character can turn into kind of a demon self, but the demon self is other characters, other enemies that you fight and kind of consume.
Interesting.
And it's just got a dark vibe to it. It's really fun.
Story new?
Yeah, that's kind of where it shines, to be honest.
I love going back to those. You never do that, Neve, do you? Like, you'd never go back to a PlayStation 2 game that you hadn't played?
Occasionally, if it comes out on like PlayStation 4, I'll go back to it, but it's just like the bother of setting up an old console kind of is what puts me off. But if that was to come out on Switch, say, I would get it in a heartbeat, you know?
Because I like playing games from that era because it gives me this like false nostalgia. Because like I never played them back then, but it does kind of
just the style. Yeah,
because like I think like with the aesthetic like that, I think it kind of goes deeper than just like, oh, I remember like I played this game when I was little and so now I remember that age. I think like there's more to the aesthetic where it's like, you know, a medium gets remembered because of its flaws, and when you see those kind of like flaws and the limitations like that in other games you've never played before, it kind of brings you back to that era in a weird way.
It definitely happened with me with Chibi Robo.
So yeah, I was just thinking that.
Because that's a GameCube game, so it's from the same era of the mid-2000s. But my only impressions of that game before playing it were from seeing stills of it in a magazine.
Yep.
In Nintendo official magazine. But I know who I was, where I was back then, and I'm not that person anymore. And so it takes you back to those times.
Yeah, like one of my favorites games I played in recent years was Haunting Ground for the PlayStation 2. And like that was, you know, I played a lot of survival horror back then and I got that one. And it wasn't like any other survival horror, but you could totally tell that it was like, it was swimming in the same pools as all those other games. And it's really interesting to see that.
Have you played much of the Clock Tower series?
No, but I did pick up the third one because you kept recommending it.
The third one is very much like Haunting Grounds, but kind of hornier to its detriment.
Wow, really? Because Haunting Grounds is fucking horny, Neve.
Yeah, well, you know, PlayStation 2 era Japanese games.
Another woman touches your privates in that game.
In the bad touch?
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, okay.
Written by men.
Yup.
For men.
I know, like PlayStation 2 Japanese horror games were fucking rough.
Yeah.
They were really scary, but a lot of the content was like, Like, there's a bit in Clock Tower 3 where you have to hide under piano and you're looking out and a guy with a sledgehammer comes and takes the head off the person who's playing the piano, and it's like one of the most grotesque scenes I've ever seen. and your main character, she needs to crawl and she's wearing a skirt, and it's very much that run away from scary things with that kind of fear specific.
Yeah.
But it was very good and really scary. Like, I remember playing it being scared shitless. But yeah, I'd be interested to see if it holds up, because at the time I thought it was very visually like stunning.
I've watched some video, like I think Stop Skeletons from Fighting has a great video on it, and like he talks a lot about like the visual directions of the cutscenes, and they're really well done.
Yeah. Like, 'cause, like, a lot of those images really stick in my head still. Yeah. Fucking come on!
Yeah,
this is the worst part of this, is other people.
I wish the people would fade away.
Same with life, am I right?
Way. Oh, fuck.
It doesn't matter where you put them, because there's only...
It's nearly the end of the day.
You might make one more credit.
Yeah, I might. It's not... I can't do it in 10, but maybe I can do it in 20. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely do it in 20. Ooh. Doing a jog. Doing a jog while I'm working.
Sometimes
I really don't think.
Sometimes I'm in a cycling lane and there's someone in the cycling lane jogging, and I swear to God, I want to get off my bike and rip their fucking head off.
Is that because you have the endorphins in you, or?
Yeah, I think a lot of cyclists, when you cycle for long enough in a city centre, you start to get rage endorphins whenever you cycle, because cars keep trying to murder you, and then civilians, and then like. Pedestrians hate you because you're addicted to them in the same way that the cars are addicted to you.
Yeah, it's just
but
weird.
You just don't want to die, and you want to do anything you can to get ahead of the cars.
It's a weird prey and predator thing where you don't fall in under either, but you're active as both at the same time.
Well, like when I'm cycling, my whole thing is just like get the fuck away from cars and traffic as fast as I can.
Yeah, I love cycling around the suburbs, but if I have to cycle along the quays into city. Into the city centre, I'm miserable.
Yeah, I did that for years, and you just grow numb and angry.
So it takes around 20 minutes for this route to get me a crate, so I'm not going to get the next crate, so I'm just going to keep moving until it's quitting time.
Neve, you got kind of excited when I gave you the controller back to Forklift.
I like the forklift thing. It's like there's a gentle monotony once I know the route. You know, when I have to find...
But that's what I was saying earlier, you know? Like, yeah, it's shit. But there's something to it.
There's nothing...
Like, if I was playing this at home, I would listen to a podcast, which I guess is what this is for people.
Nope.
Quitting time.
This is like when you have to grind souls in Dark Souls, because you need to get into, like, the middle part of the game.
Right now I'm playing Death Stranding and Shenmue 3. I feel like I'm going crazy.
You're just doing busy work for nobody.
Thanks.
You met quota, son.
Look at us, we're making all that sweet money.
Wow, 5,000 yen.
Now to spend 1,000 of it. Get home. Wait, you know the way they fast travel me here? Are they taking money out of me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you're very concerned about this, so I'll try and find out.
Yeah, it's just like, am I losing 1,000 or 500?
I love that guy in the poster.
Yeah, he's very good.
How much money do we need?
70,000.
That was 5,000 yen that day.
Yeah. So I have to wait around till nighttime this time because something might happen, so. Gora has an umbrella.
Right.
Yeah.
You finish your keys.
What's going
I'm on the dregs of it. Why?
Maybe you want to crack open Merchant Thieves.
Yeah, you can get me a beer as well.
Sure.
What is everybody drinking?
I was drinking this special lime beer.
It's just lime Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, that your girlfriend Neve introduced me to.
See, I bought it and I was just like, whoa, what is this terrible flavored beer? And I gave it to her and she liked it.
That was Michelle's reaction as well. She was like, I don't like this.
Where's the other beer?
Mine is on the table, I think, Brian, because I forgot to put it in the fridge.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, there's a blue can here.
Yeah.
You want it right now?
Yes, I finished mine.
Yeah, it's pretty sure.
Tom, please tell me news.
Gotta crack that open on the mic.
Hi, Rio. And then we stared at each other for about 5 minutes.
Tom, I've got something to ask you. Do you know where the Mad Angels hang out?
They really should have updated Tom's texture. They updated Honey's.
Yeah. I kind of want to
jealous?
redraw his shirt
I've got
just
my
because
reasons. Trust me.
that's a thing I like to do is I redrew the patches on the back of the models from
From Time Crisis.
Time Crisis 2. So I like taking old clothes from games and trying to
Sorry, but I don't
You should get in touch with people who do those mods.
Yeah, to be honest, I probably should because I find it quite fun because it's like, yay, there's something to work from, but you have to like redesign it. Which I would totally do from Tom's shirt because fuck, that sucks.
I had to weigh myself this week, Neve.
Oh, I love
Oh,
this
I weighed
story.
myself this week as well. What,
Oh, no way.
Yeah, what did you weigh?
You first.
Honey son.
69 kg because I was like, it's the sex number.
What's 69 kg in stone? 'Cause
I don't know.
I think that's about 11, 12 stone.
Hang on, I'm just gonna. I'm usually about 12.
11, 12. I think it's 10 to 11, John.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hang on, 69.
But I was at the hospital and they were like, you need to pee into this. And I was like, I thought I was here to eat nuts because I thought it was for my nut allergy. And they were like, no, this is something else. And I was like, okay.
You're almost 11 stone. That's really good.
Okay.
I'm about 12 and a half. At Christmas, I'm 13 for sure. But John was telling me. Actually, I'm just going to read out this conversation because it starts off real good. John, do you mind?
No, go for it.
Hey.
Neve, how much do you think I weigh? In kg. You're 69, so I would be...
82?
Brent?
Okay. So this was sent to me on Thursday morning at 10 a.m.
Was there a crisis happening?
Okay. So John just messages me out of the blue. You know how you're curious about like ... my body.
I knew it.
As in how much I eat, etc. And I said, yes, I am. Then John goes, I weighed myself this morning. I weigh 91 kilos.
Whoa!
That's about 200 pounds. According to the average weight height scale ratio, I am morbidly obese.
Whoa. But this is all like pure muscle.
Yeah.
But he's morbidly obese.
But like, according to the chart...
those charts are
it's like,
bullshit.
go to fucking hospital.
Those charts are bullshit. Those charts, everyone's obese on them.
But like, I knew
they
I'd
are.
be heavy. I had no idea. Because like, to me, like, that's 200 pounds. That's heavier than some wrestlers.
Yeah. But you have the physique of a wrestler.
I guess so.
Like you do. I think you just don't realize you
I
do.
think I don't. I really don't.
Because you're like, I make anime videos. I can't possibly. But you do.
Yeah. It's just, I don't like look at myself in the mirror often. And so I forget what shape I am. I forget how square I am.
Yeah, I guess most of our listeners are American, so I'm about 180 pounds.
And me and Brian, like, we're the same height, pretty much.
We're all the same height,
Yeah,
which
we
I
are.
think is really funny.
We are all the same height. I always slouch in photos because my posture isn't very good, so I look smaller than you two if we're all like.
And I'm always wearing boots.
And he's
Yeah.
always wearing. I do not. I wear slippers. I wear Crocs.
It's true.
Yeah.
John, what am I meant to do?
Wait till night.
Okay. Neve in pounds, you're about 152.
Okay.
And yeah, John's 200, so John's about 50 more pounds packed in there.
In Ireland, we use stone.
Yeah.
Like the only
Which
reason
is
I know it
a
was
terrible-
69. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like weighing system.
I really like the metric system.
The
like
only reason I know
kgs.
my kg is because it was at the hospital. So I was just like, huh.
When I had to, when I weighed myself, it was at jiu-jitsu, and I had just fought one of the brown belts who like kicked the shit out of me, and he was like, "How much do you weigh?" He's like, Brazilian, and I was like, "I don't know." And he goes, "Let's check the scales," and we go over and we check the scales, and then I go, "Holy shit, 91 kilos," and then he just shakes his head and he walks away and goes, "More like 300 fucking kilos."
Great, I won.
Oh, I didn't know I could
I've
win.
never seen Shenmue.
I didn't know I could win a special drink. What did I win? Just my drink is in a special can.
Is it? Yeah,
Rio, don't throw it away.
Yeah.
Rio, don't throw it away.
is he drinking Yu Suzuki's piss? Is that the
No,
is
he's
that the
not
drink?
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's piss.
Yeah.
Can I bring this to a shop or something and
I
trade
hope
it
so.
in? Like, what did I win?
Good.
Winning can. What the hell do I do with this, John?
I don't know.
Can I bring it to Tomato?
Maybe.
I've come across a Shenmue secret.
Hey, Goro.
Hello.
Hello, man.
I accidentally need some guy at the balls of training. I felt really bad about it.
That's so
Really?
painful.
Yep.
It's just not a nice feeling.
He was not happy.
No, because he wasn't expecting it to happen that day, and it happened.
Do you wear a gi when you fight?
There's gi days and no gi days. God damn it.
A gi is slang for a vagina.
Cool. I have a gi day and a no gi day as well.
Right on.
What do I do with my lucky can?
Oh, talk to this woman who's super into us.
Yeah.
Yes? What is it?
Have you ever seen
No,
the Mad
I want a
Angels?
free prize.
Hey!
Give me
watch
the
what
free
you
shit.
say.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk about them so loudly.
You don't say. About the Mad Angels,
Shush, shush, shush.
You're
You're so
too
fresh and
fresh and
unspoiled. Whoa.
unspoiled.
You should aim for better things than life on the harbor. Wow, she's so knowledgeable and jaded for someone so young.
no,
You know,
I'm
you
not
still
interested.
can. I love working animation and like someone new will start and they're like, oh man, this place is so great. Get out while you still can. Just get out.
Just get out. Win, congratulations. Congratulations. Use this to earn one free drawing at a store raffle. But how do I do it? Is there no store raffle at this one?
I don't think there's a store raffle at this one.
No, there's a box.
Yeah.
Okay, so buy something.
Oh. I don't give her my can.
No, you walk up to the fucking shelf and you look at it and you pick an item to purchase.
So I'll get like 2 draws.
We'll just check what
Instead of
cassettes
one.
we get. Just get it.
Dandy old
We
man.
got that. Have we got that?
I don't think we have that one.
Glyphada.
It's only the cost of a crate.
Oh, Tired Song, which I agree. And Harbour Bar.
Oh, her bar.
Which seems, you know, like I'd be into it now that I work at the harbour.
Now that I work at the harbour.
Now that I am a harbour person.
So what should I buy? Tell me what to
It's
buy.
called a harboursman, Niamh.
I'm a harboursman.
Mama. I would. Everyone's favorite character from Death Stranding. I'd buy the Leaf
What?
Fada.
Okay, what is the deal with Mama? Because you two do not want to talk about her.
I think, are you going to get there?
What chapter is she in?
5.
Yeah, at the beginning of
Yeah,
chapter
it's chapter
5.
I think I might. Guys, I don't hate Death Stranding.
Oh, you need to play it more.
Okay, because I know I'm at chapter 3 and
Chapter 3 is when it's at its best.
I
Yeah,
just got my robot legs.
Yeah, no, you were but a baby.
yeah. Chapter 3 is like whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
You can deliver pizza.
This is why I spent a ridiculous amount of time in chapter 3, and I honestly wish I was back there and not
How
doing
does
what I'm
it
doing.
change that much?
It's just the story happens and it's shit.
At the beginning of chapter 5, they're like, see those snowy mountains, you need to go there. And like, imagine playing Death Stranding, but now you're going uphill with snow. I saw what that was going to be and just
I'll take this,
I
please.
couldn't do it.
I went up there. It wasn't
Yeah,
too bad, to be
sure.
Wasn't too
honest.
bad.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of like falling down, but you can kind of like maneuver your way. To be honest, to me, I love the
Sure,
gameplay. I just
draw a
hate the
raffle
story.
ticket.
It's so. I think there's a real misogynist streak going through it that's really mean in a way that I don't think Hideo Kojima has done as bad before. Like, no matter what you think about Quiet,
No win.
this is so much worse.
Try
Yeah,
again
'cause there
another
was-
time.
He did it right in Metal Gear Solid 3. Then in Metal Gear Solid 4, he has the Beauty and Beast enemies, and there's some problems there.
Yeah.
But then in 5, there's more problems. Mm-hmm. Or like, I guess in Peace Walker, there's some fucking problems with fucking Paz.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, and spying on her.
Yeah.
Woof, woof,
You-
woof.
Okay, and then 5, there's problems with Quiet, and now he's just.
It's like both the female characters in this, it's just fucking bad.
And it's like, wow, how did this guy write the boss?
Yeah, honestly. And I saw people saying, like, he can't possibly write a sexist character now because the boss exists. And it's like, he wrote the boss in 2004, and that's not how writing works. You can write something good and then
And
bad.
also, like, I don't know. There's. Like, Kojima isn't the writer for all those games
Yeah.
either. He does write for them, but there's other people involved as well.
Yep. I don't know. There's a real weird streak. And even just given the whole, like, baby kind of stuff and like with Ireland, we're just kind of out of repeal and just kind of are like, we just had like, you know, abortion
What was
became
it, last
legalized
year?
here. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much last year.
Just a year ago.
So there's a lot of implications with the game that feels kind of weird in that capacity as well that I don't
Yeah.
like.
It's definitely been a open topic in discussion the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And so it's very much...
You still get like anti-abortion protests happening like out in public and stuff.
Oh yeah, completely. Like especially if you're going down to the Lewis in Houston.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Bikes.
Long
Oh,
time
look
no
at that dude.
see.
It really wasn't. You saw these guys
This
yesterday.
the guy who's been sniffing around us like a dog? Looks like we're gonna have to run this
I didn't get to use my can, by the way, but whatever. There's bikes here. Ah! Oh, whoa. Sweet flips.
Sweet.
I got all of those. Did I not get all of them? Did I die?
That was pretty funny. You definitely didn't get that last one.
Okay.
I thought
Yeah, that's like
I like how Ryu just like
I
got
didn't-
tired and lay down at the end there.
it's like I didn't land the flip, but I got out of the way of the bike.
Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna have to run this straight off now.
Oh god, his arm flipped pretty bad there. Oh, I see.
that's
I
pretty
see how that's meant to
badass.
go. That's kind of better. Do I get on this bike? I probably do. Yeah, I do. Brum brum.
Do you get to play this?
Boy, do you. In the sickest gameplay mode possible.
Oh man, this is what I've been waiting for.
I'll give
Oh
you
wait, never
pain.
mind.
Quick time events.
Ow.
But like, no, actually. So you guys, isn't this rad?
No.
It's fine. Wouldn't say it's rad.
This is the hypest shit in the fucking world.
I know these corners now. I know what to do. Ooh. Hell yeah.
If Ine-san saw what you were doing right now, she
Oh,
I
she'd
know.
be so upset.
Oh, what? What the hell? What does that mean? Go either way? Did I go the wrong way?
No, I lost him.
Okay, don't go right, basically.
I think you might have not hit it in time.
What, am I meant to hit both at the
No,
one time?
you meant to hit one or the other.
I did, I went right.
I don't know, Neve. Now look.
Oh, what?
Oh my god.
I figured it would have continued.
Now here's a question. Whose fault is this? Is it Yu Suzuki's
Yu
fault?
Suzuki's, it's
Or
Yu
is it Neve's fault?
Oh no, John, it's your fault.
To run this straight off now. I'm gonna get him.
It's okay, I got it this time, Brian. I nearly got it. That was pretty much 90%. I'm gonna get it this time.
Okay. I really don't like. I love the Uncharted games, but my least favorite thing about the Uncharted games is when you like fail one of the set pieces and it really takes the momentum out of it.
Oh wow, that was...
Oh wow!
Well, back we go.
Oh, my bum.
He burned
I
his
love there's
bottom.
like a close up of Ryu's face. He just goes, "Oh my bottom."
John, did you talk about your bottom story once?
Which bottom story?
The time you had butt surgery.
Oh, the butt surgery story.
I think you told that on the
Yeah,
podcast.
I think I might have done, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't you hurt yourself on your bicycle once? And you were like, "Oh, my bottom."
After my butt surgery.
Or maybe it was just before your butt surgery.
No, this was after my butt surgery because everything's all bandaged up and fucking sore as shit. And I was cycling back home from somewhere once, and it was icy, and like the ice kind of took out the friction from my tires, and so I had to like stamp my feet down, and like the saddle went straight into the sore part of my butt, and it hurt so fucking much that I started crying. And like I picked my bicycle up and threw it down on the ground. I was like, "Fuck this!" in like an empty field at like midnight in Dublin.
That's really sad.
I'm making this. I'm making all my moves. Ooh,
Kicking ass.
shit.
John, how about the time? I love John's stories. How about the time you were trying to get your bike from the bike lock outside Dundrum Shopping Centre, and the security guard asked you what you were
I'm
doing?
going left. I'm going left.
Oh, yeah. A security guard thought basically my bike became like, when you have a bike lock, especially if you have like a cheap lock, after a long time the lock can like lose friction with the key, so like the mechanisms in the lock aren't like connecting properly, and you have to keep trying to get it again and again and again. So I was like there for like 10 minutes trying to get my lock out, and the security guard came up to me and he was like, excuse me, you're right there? And I was like, yeah, I'm just getting my bike. And then he was like, and it's your bike, is it? And I looked at him like he was the dumbest fucking person I'd ever seen in my life. And I was like, yeah, it's my bike. And then he goes, oh, okay. I think he got a little spooked, started walking away, and then he got on his radio, and I could like hear someone else being like, of course he's gonna say it's his fucking bike. And so he
the dude back in headquarters was doubting you.
And so he came back and he was like, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And I was like, I didn't really understand what he was getting at, and he was like, yeah, and I will once I get my bike. And
Can I just say that was perfect, by the way?
that was pretty
yeah,
good. That was pretty badass.
That was a hot knife through butter.
Oh god, he's dodging.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
He's a floppy one.
Yeah.
Neve, press forward, square, and X. That's one of my favorite moves.
Oh my god, John, now he's pummeling me.
Learn the technique.
Stop pummeling me.
Do it, Neve, do it.
Oh my god.
Do you press the two
Can I
buttons
do
together?
a cool like kick? Like can we kick more? Can I like do
Yeah, you have loads of kicks. If only you had learned them.
You gotta maybe get some help, or you might need to.
No, you're alright, you're alright.
Okay.
Also, just block them.
Yeah.
So it's very sick. Well done, Neve.
Thanks.
Isn't it crazy how much more fighting there is in this section of the game?
Yeah. So much more. Sweet jacket, but you're a bad guy.
That does sound like something you would say.
I like your clothes, but not your personality.
How are the Mad Angels and Chi Ming connected?
I don't know.
What?
Wait. I don't know if he's human, but there's some Chinese big shot leaving here soon.
Big shot.
Yeah, they had me arrange a cruise
Is
to
Landy
take
not
him out
left
to a
yet?
big ship
Not
offshore.
yet.
Where is he then?
Just
His
chilling
name.
In a
in a
warehouse?
bottom
He
somewhere.
wears a silk robe with a dragon on it.
Dragon on it.
Would you wear a silk robe with a dragon on
Still
it?
around here.
You really want to, but you can't.
Please, I beg you.
Because someone would ask you why you're wearing that,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't be able to give a good answer.
Cause it's cool.
It is cool, but not for you. You can draw it.
I like to imagine
I
that
should go home.
Neve would get like cast into some kind of kung fu tournament because everyone would be like, her robes are so impressive, and she'd spend the entire time like bluffing her way out of fights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Do some force powers. That's how I open the elevators.
I also do that.
You could start a dojo with that, with
Yeah.
that kind of knowledge.
Okay, so I bet up Landy's goons. Can I just go home now?
Check your diary.
Landy is still in the harbour. Find out more about the trade.
There, go for it.
What does that mean? Do I just ask this guy? What's the trade?
His
Excuse me.
baton is so
Do you have
glowy.
time?
Yeah.
I'm in a rush
Okay,
to
we can
get
just head in.
somewhere.
Okay.
Ask
Oh, his
another
face is a
security
bit-
guard.
No, it's fine.
He doesn't look like
Brian.
He looks like he needs to sneeze. He doesn't look good. You know when you see like a 3D character and their eyes, nose and mouth, like that part of the face is scaled down a little bit too small on the actual head. So they have a tiny face and a normal sized head.
Yeah, it's called Irish face.
Do you think Americans think Irish people are better looking than they actually are?
I don't know.
Because I kind of think that's a thing.
Yeah, because Bono is so sexy. Is that?
Yeah, whenever... No, but I think that's a thing with Americans specifically.
Do you think it's just the accent? Because like,
It's a very enchanting accent.
No, I
You can
get
pull
the
it up.
accent part of it, because I imagine it's the same when I hear like a Scottish accent. I think Scottish accents are lovely.
yeah, same. Like, are you enchanted right now by the sound of my voice?
Let me tell you a tale, my dear.
Let me tell you a tale of poverty and Catholic guilt.
Oh, being Irish, Jesus Christ.
It took us 5 years to wash the floor, and by then, sure, she was filthy once more.
We had no water, so we'd wash it with blood.
It's fine, there was fresh blood every 9 months.
Ireland's grim.
Yeah,
Ireland's
it's so grim.
Do you guys ever watch Angela's Ashes?
No, but
Yeah.
I do love that clip of the guy losing his shit on the Late Late Show.
Because, like, that is some fucking misery porn right there. It is just... Or
Holy
like,
shit, we made nearly $5,000 yesterday.
I know.
or like, what's it? Song
that was
for a
only
Raggy Boy? Is that
200?
another one of them?
Did you watch Magdalene Laundries?
I did.
That's a woof.
That's a sad time right there.
Yeah. If you want to learn a little bit about Irish history, go watch Magdalene Laundries.
I think there's about like there is a film festival's worth of these biopics
Yeah.
that are just like
Magdalene Laundries were when like a lady got pregnant and she wasn't married and the baby would get taken away from her and she would go to a Magdalene Laundry
Where she was basically like
a slave.
to nuns, and like it doesn't even matter if she got pregnant. It was even if people presumed she might be the type who could.
yeah, she'd be talking to boys or something, and she'd be in her late teens. Sometimes what would happen is they'd be there for life, or they'd go for a year or two, come back, and they'd say that they were on holidays in England.
And the most fucked up part is that these existed in our lifetime.
Oh yeah.
The last one shut down in 1990.
Yeah. I spoke to my mum about it before, and she said that it was quite common in secondary school in her late teens that like one or two girls in her year would just go missing for a year.
They'd just vanish.
Yeah, and they would say they were off studying in France or England, but would never talk about it. And it'd be years later you'd find out why, and they had an illegitimate child that they wouldn't meet again until their 50s or 60s.
But some women never get to know what their child was. Like
Yeah.
the Catholic Church would adopt them out to American couples, and they wouldn't tell the Irish women where their children had gone. They would lie and say that some of them had died. Oh fuck me, Rio.
and then just destroy all the records
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like there was a bunch of fucked up stuff as well with like basically like the connection of church and state. Like if we ever sound kind of salty about Catholicism and religion on the podcast, maybe just do a little reading into like Irish history and like the shit like both us and our parents had to endure. Like it is horrific.
Yeah.
I think that is something that happens in the podcast when sometimes people are like, why are you guys so anti-religion? And it's like because we grew up in Ireland.
Yeah, like we're not anti-religion, but we are very, very critical of Christianity.
Oh shit!
Whoa, he's back. That's some nice lighting.
Yeah, that's some good lighting. The lighting in Shenmue is good though.
Yeah, we
like the best
are
part.
just dismissive of Catholicism. Just how it is.
I think like most people our age would probably be atheist. It's very rare to meet someone our age and younger who is religious.
Gotta get going.
Yeah. I did like in geography how you'd learn about other religions. That was always super interesting. It was one of my favorite bits of secondary school.
How religious was your guys' secondary schools?
I went to a convent, so very.
Did you have like scheduled mass?
Oh yeah, we'd
Yeah,
mass.
me too.
Literally, the classrooms I would in would have like stained glass in them. It was a converted church.
Fuck.
One or two of my schools were religious, but then I went to a grind school, so there was no religion there. But yeah, probably not as religious as your guys,
My school was run by Opus Dei.
who are in the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, the bad guys in the Da Vinci Code. That's how fucking.
Wait, Da Vinci Code or the other one? But they're bad guys in a Dan Brown novel.
I think they're the bad guys in all Dan Brown
Yeah,
novels.
pretty much.
The real Illuminati.
I feel like Offaly was just kind of 50 years in the past in general.
It's like going back in time every time
Yeah.
you visit there.
Is it still?
Yeah, it's pretty old-fashioned still.
Best now.
I really love going into like old country shops
Oh, it's amazing.
because like, and like,
And-
there's no real rhyme or reason. They're clean, but they're not tidy.
Like you like go to the biscuits, and like if you go one row back, you can see all the dust on
Yeah.
the biscuits, and you check the expiration dates, and you're like, oh.
That's Kelly's. That's the
Yeah.
shop the one shop in our town.
And like she can't see that well anymore, so she can't read the date, and she doesn't know it's expired.
They have those big like plastic jars of sweets.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There's this
Penny
one.
sweets. Get 100 penny sweets for £1.
Oh fucking hell! That was what I lived for as a child. You rent out a game Saturday morning. You drop by the sweet shop, spend your £1 pocket money. Fucking sick.
I feel
penny
really bad
sweets.
for kids that can't rent games because like I think I would not have played like half the games I've played if I couldn't rent them. And now there's just no way to rent in the same way.
Yeah,
you
it
can
just
kind of
doesn't
stream them and
exist.
do a free trial, but like kids
Yeah.
don't have credit cards. It's
But
not.
like maybe America has Redbox. Is that kind of similar where you can rent? But like in Ireland, you can't rent anywhere now, especially physical copies.
I'd spend so long picking out like games to rent, and my parents would get so mad. And I always used to like rent a game, play it for an hour, bring it back, and be like, "Nah, not this one." And I did it so many times. I remember once the man at the video store said, "You can't do this anymore after this one."
Oh wow!
He got you.
I was still doing it in college. Like there was an extra vision in Rat Minds that I used to rent a game for. It was a tenner for a
Holy
week.
shit, there wasn't there?
That was one of the last ones for
Yeah.
a while.
Remember the first time I saw like a game for €12? It was Silent Hill 3.
Wow.
And I bought it, and it just, whenever I played Silent Hill 3, it felt so special because I knew I got it so cheap.
I love that. I love a good find.
Yeah, you still do.
Yeah.
Because me and Brian were talking about this earlier. I value time more than money. Brian values money more than time.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I'm more John in that. I don't like. If I had to pay a $5 for someone to leave me alone and stop talking to me, I would do it. I'd just be like, no.
Sometimes I'm talking with Neve and she starts trying to shove a $5 into my hand, and I'm like, Neve, what are you doing?
I don't have a lot of money, but I'll pay it just to make you stop.
I think if someone said you'd get a $5 if you had to talk to this person for 10 minutes, I'd do it.
Oh fuck! No way.
I definitely wouldn't do that.
No.
No, I'd do it for a $5.
But then, some like, I guess at cons, that's
Yeah.
such a work thing for me now, where I'm like, I have to talk to a lot of people at once, and the vast majority of them are so fucking lovely, but sometimes you do just get talking to that one guy.
You get that
and
real
I
special
swear to
guy.
God, it feels like your soul is being pulled out through your face. And like, if you've met me at a con, you've talked to me at a con, it's probably not you I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of person who will talk and talk and talk, and I swear to God, it's not even a conversation. They just want to tell me every thought that has ever entered their mind, and it is like, there's some people, it's so difficult to get away from them.
I'm never going to get better at this. Third place is the best I'm ever going to do, and it's,
You won't come first or second.
First with system.
I think you could do the next one.
Yeah,
get all
John,
the
you can
fucking
play the next
figures.
one.
I would love to do the next one.
Finish!
Okay, you can do the next one for sure. Let me just do my job. I'm a good worker, not a fast man.
A fast man.
The Fastman.
I have 2 of these now. I have doubles. I don't want doubles.
Time for work. Give me your best.
It's crazy how sexless this world is.
What are you saying? Mark is right there. He's sexy as hell.
Gotcha. Take this
You're right.
cargo to warehouse number
Marcus
8.
had sex like 3
Here's the
times.
map.
Yeah,
The quote
that's like
is
3
written
more
on
than
it.
Rio.
No problem.
Yeah.
This one's a bit further, so don't get lost.
Oh no.
I
Mark is
watched-
warning me.
I watched that new Will Smith movie,
The one where he fights himself.
Gemini Man?
Gemini Man, yeah.
I think the only person in the world that movie would appeal to is Will Smith.
Oh yeah, no, it's a Will Smith action vehicle made by Will Smith for Will Smith. It's made by Ang Lee, you know, who did like
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
Hulk.
Lust Caution, Brokeback
Lust
Mountain.
Caution's cool.
But like, it takes about an hour for the Gemini Man to appear.
Oh.
And so for ages, it's just a very run-of-the-mill kind of not particularly nice-looking action thriller. Like, it's shot competently, but it's like... And it was shown in select cinemas at 120 frames per second. But it's not like it's a visually aesthetically... You know, like, it's not like The Matrix or something where it's doing special camera moves in slow-mo and
Or
stuff
like the greatest story ever told or anything.
Yeah. It's not like that film Wanted, you know, where it's doing like weird flair. It's fine. The young Will Smith looks good most of the time, but it's like he's like 23 years old, so it's like Fresh Prince Will Smith basically.
First Prince is so good.
Yeah,
Where's old 18?
I think you're.
Ooh.
What do people generally think of Fresh Prince? Because when I watched like at least the first 3 seasons, I was like, this is one of the best sitcoms ever.
I think people think it's the best sitcom ever. One of the best.
Yeah,
I've never heard anyone talk
It's fantastic.
shit about Fresh Prince.
Okay.
It really goes down the shitter after season 3.
Yeah.
In a monumental way.
The last season is unwatchable.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because the like climax of season 3 is one of the like most fucking like it's so well done, and it touches on so many like, you know, issues distinctive to like young black people growing up in that era in that area. Like it's really super. Well, fuck, like I'm a white dude who lives in Ireland. I don't know shit about any of that, but it seemed like there was some real heart to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is it season 4 when he starts in college, and that's a season with Tyra Banks for the whole season? Or is that season 3? Because I know definitely the first 2 seasons are high school, where he's in the prep school.
I think
where they're all wearing the
season
blazers.
4 is when he starts working in the mall.
Okay.
But yeah.
I know there's one season where he goes back to Philly at the end, and then in the next season, I think it's like NBC was the channel that showed it. It's like a bunch of NBC executives kidnap him and bring him back to Bel Air.
That's the breaking point of that show.
Wow, that really does sound like a jump shark. I don't think I've ever made it that far.
And there's a bit where like Aunt Viv, the actor, switches for her, and he looks at the camera and he's like, I don't give a shit.
I think Jazz says something about it.
Yeah. And I know later on Aunt Viv has a baby, but then the next season the baby is like a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Because they needed like, they were like, how about Will gets like a little boy that he needs to protect? And that's not a particularly good season.
What one was Tyra Banks in?
It's
She
the one,
just disappears, isn't she?
yeah, she's in it for the whole season. She works in the college campus kind of cafeteria / library entrance. And she's like working like the merchandise part of it. And they just keep filming there.
I used to have a huge crush on Tyra Banks. And then I saw that clip of her pretending to get rabies on her talk show.
I love Tyra Banks. She's so funny.
No, Neve. No, that...
No.
That was so awful.
Next Top American, like America's Next Top Model, is one of the funniest and greatest TV shows ever made.
I am not disputing that for a single second. Have you seen the clip I'm talking about?
No, I haven't, but it sounds amazing.
Neve, we're literally going to watch it after this and see how you feel then.
Sorry, Brian, I touched your bare foot. You know, you're one of the only people I would allow be barefoot around me. Because you have very nice feet. Good job.
Thanks, I try really hard with them.
Yeah. Like, Brian is going barefoot in another person's house, which is brave.
Yeah, sometimes Brian does things and I'm like, there's so many lines of intimacy that have been crossed so long ago, but because it's so long ago, there's nothing I can do about it.
So-
like, I should have said something back then and I didn't.
Like, I thought, like, I took off my boots and, like, I have very, like, nice socks on right now. They're my Huff socks that Brian really put me onto. Actually bought me a Christmas or birthday present. Can't remember.
It was a hybrid of both because
Yeah.
you're born in January.
I know, so I always get
Yeah.
combo presents.
you get the short end of the present stick.
But I was just like, is it too bold of me to remove thine boot? And then Brian is like in his slippers and bare feet.
You'll
so,
do
you
shit
know.
like that occasionally as well, Neve. Like, once a year, you'll, like, ruffle my hair. And, like...
Really, really getting that personal space.
Yeah, and it shocks me every time, and I never know how to react. And it's not like I have a particular problem with it, but it does stand out in my mind as deeply unusual.
Oh, it is. But it happens to me as well. I was just like, oh no, I've met physical contact. I haven't done that in 2.5 years.
One time, me and Eve got up from our respective chairs and our heads leaned in too close to each other. This is where you get started. I love this bit. Okay, so I think it was after a dinner and we had a bit too much wine, and so we both had a wobble as we got out of our chairs, but we kind of wobbled our heads into each other and we both went, whoa. And our girlfriends were like, because it was embarrassing.
Oh, wow.
Because it looked like our heads were going to hit and kiss.
Wow.
Do you not remember that?
No.
And I was like, so I took off my slippers because I'm not wearing socks because I don't like wearing socks.
Really?
I just,
Have you ever accidentally kissed anyone, Brian?
I don't, probably.
Happened to me fucking real bad once.
When? Recently?
Did you crash
this
lips
is
first
like
into someone?
This is maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I don't
That's
remember.
recently enough.
I don't remember what con it was, and it was with a Jasper cosplayer.
Honestly, same. I would accidentally kiss
No,
her.
it was no. Look, like I can't remember if I think I asked for a photo with her because she looked really fucking
Actually-
cool. And I was just chatting to her, and like she was really sound.
She's back for the new Steven Universe series.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I'm excited.
In December. She's got a new design.
And so we were trying to take the photo, but you know when sometimes someone takes a photo, but you use the wrong hand, and then you need to switch arms, so you have to go around the other side of the person. Rather than like stepping like around, she kind of like folded around me. But just as she did, when we're like face to face, someone bumped her from behind, and our lips just for 1 second kind of.
Just grazed.
And she kind of just looks at me and goes, "Oh, sorry," and I was like, "It's okay." Because like I didn't know, like there's no response.
Did her crystal nose not get in the way? Oh, I'm
She didn't
nearly
have, I
at.
think it was just
No.
paints.
I'm nearly at the 12. Oh, I'm gonna make this box. Okay.
Boom. The worst is when you're on public transport, like the bus, where everyone is standing, and you need to squeeze past someone, but sometimes they kind of like they squeeze past you, and something kind of like rubs, like there's like a bulging shape that kind of like ripples over you, and sometimes it's a willy, sometimes it's boobs, sometimes
Brian, I
it's-
told you at the train on Italy.
yeah.
Fucking can't tell that story.